Hello lovelies, welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a very long time since I have seen you and I apologize, but things have just been kind of topsy-turvy in my life right now. I actually quit my second job. I had been working another job and I just thought it was time to stop basically. So now I'm only teaching, but although it might seem like I would have more time having quit a second job, that time has been used up doing chores around the house and getting some other things done. I mean, we moved in here about 8 months ago now, and there were still a lot of things that just needed to be caught up on, so I was using the time more around the house than to come on here and talk to you guys, but I've really been missing it, and actually doing my makeup today made me realize how much I was missing it, so I will definitely be back to kind of like a more regular programming schedule. Although I never really publish my videos on any one day, I will try to be more consistent of at least getting them up there. So I'm so glad you guys have stuck with me and we're just patient, and please let me know if there's anything that you want to see. I know there's been a lot of developments since I've done a haul like this, or not a haul, an unboxing for Ipsy and Boxycharm, or since I have done a haul without the second job, my funds for hauls are gonna be a little bit smaller. But if there's something that you guys really want to see reviewed, let me know and I will definitely try to get those items and get that posted for you guys. That's what I want to be here to do. So I'm gonna keep posting looks. Definitely, that's cheap, right? I have all this makeup, let me do something with it, so I'll be showing you guys looks, and I definitely won't stop doing that, and I'll still keep Boxycharm and Ipsy. So and then what other kind of creative things we come up with along the way, I will definitely try to get posted for y'all. So anyway, with all of that being said, let's just get into the boxes and see what we have. So the way I will do this is to show you the Ipsy and Boxycharm from January 1st, and then I will show you the Boxycharm and Ipsy from February, so from this month, before this month is out. I know I totally missed December's unboxing, and so I just kind of let that go with Christmas and just being on break, and like I said, having to do other things around, and at that point I was working my second job and it was really busy. That was the busy season there, so I just let that go. But alright, so let's get into January's. We'll do Ipsy first. So this is what the bag looked like. Pretty cute. Not one of my favorite patterns of theirs. I really like the Galaxy bag, the Galaxy pattern that I think was December's. So, but anyway, it's cute. It's kind of like Andy Warhol or something. That's what I think of when I see this. And I guess I'll just go with the first thing that I pull out of the top. And it's on the top because I did my brows with this today. This is the Ofra Eyebrow Universal. It doesn't even say like eyebrow wax or eyebrow pencil. It just says eyebrow universal. And that's about it. So it is kind of a waxy consistency. So it does kind of hold your brows in place at the same time that it fills in some color. I don't know how I feel about this yet, but I will keep trying it. Oh, and that's another thing I should say is I haven't tried a lot of this stuff since I have been kind of out of the makeup world. I haven't really been trying that much makeup. So a lot of these are going to be first impressions for things that I tried to make a point of to use in my makeup today. But other than that, I really haven't gotten a lot of use out of any of these items. So just kind of disclaimer, putting that out there. Then there's this big package in here, Skyn Iceland, Iceland, I guess, not Iceland. Skyn Iceland Solutions for Stressed Skin Glacial Cleansing Cloths with white willow bark and cucumber extract. There's 10 of them in here. That looks really nice. I feel cooler and refreshed just holding this. So there are 10 wipes in there. And then we have a couple of little stick things. One of them is Mr. Right Now from the Balm. Eyeliner pencil or crayon eyeliner in Scott. And this looks like, I think I had swatched this before. It looks like a really nice deep dark purple. So, and it goes on pretty creamy. It did get to be pretty thick considering how narrow that tip is. The swatch, I mean, well here, the swatch is relatively thick, which is something that I'm not sure I like about this. I used to be a really big fan of pencil eyeliners, but since I found, well, actually this NYC liquid one, I have been digging this, and that's what I used for my wing today. So big fan of this stuff. Haven't used this yet though, so it might work really well, but I don't like how thick it gets. And then we got a pencil brush from Skone Cosmetics. It's just this really small, I think they call it a smudger brush. Oh, well, it does say it's a smudger on there. Good job. So it is a smudger brush. I actually did not use this today. I forgot it was in there, but this would be good for smoking out that lower lash line. So, and actually it might be smaller than I would usually prefer for something like that, but there it is, still a full-size brush from Skone. And then a Pixi eyeshadow duo in Lavender Bloom. It's called a Mesmerizing Mineral Duo. If I can get it open. Okay, so there are the colors. Really nice. Of course, having brown eyes, I'm a big fan of purple eyeshadows. So there's like this taupe color, and then this beautiful light purple. These are a little like chalky, but the colors are pretty nice. So there's that. And so that is the January Ipsy. So there's eyeshadow. I'm just gonna put them all back in the bag. Eyeshadow, eyebrow pencil, eyeliner from the Balm, which is not a bad company at all. Great company. A Skone pencil brush, a smudger brush, and then Skyn Iceland, why do I keep saying that? Skyn Iceland makeup remover wipes, or glacial cleansing cloths. Wow. Okay, so there's that. So now Boxycharm for January. I did kind of rearrange things because I did use some items out of this box in this look today. And so the first thing that I left on top is the Smoky, revealed Smoky palette from Coastal Scents. And oh, you know what? I should pull this little card out. Of course, with every Boxycharm you get a little card with a picture on it, but then more importantly, it gives you information about each item on the back of the card. Ipsy does come with the card as well, but it doesn't really give you anything helpful on it, so I kind of just throw those away as soon as I get them. But anyway, okay, so this one gives us numbers, so I'll read you some of the prices off of this. Okay, so Coastal Scents revealed Smoky. This is the full size. This is the complete palette. This has it listed as $39.95. And I will say the same thing that I said when we got the revealed 3, which I will show you in just a second. I'm about to hold up to compare. It's great. They've given you like the whole range of eyeshadow palettes, so I can't complain about that. But they have them listed as $40, basically $39.95. I think you can get these off the Coastal Scents website. Like they're one of those things that are always on sale, and you can get them for like $20 consistently. So that's usually, I think Boxycharm's prices are right on. I look things up and I check their pricing. This is one of the items that I don't agree with. I think $20 is a more accurate pricing for this. That's not to say anything about the quality of the palette, because I do really like this, and surprisingly really like it. I didn't think that I would as much. I had the revealed 2, and I just didn't like it. The colors were chalky, powdery. I didn't think it gave me very much pigmentation, and actually I gave it to a friend, or else I would show you all 3 palettes next to each other. But anyway, okay, so here is the revealed Smoky. And I do not have the Smoky palette from Urban Decay to compare, but I have seen some images and they do look like, although it might not be the same like straight across in order, there are a lot of the same colors, or very similar colors at least. So there you have your deep purple, there's a black, which is great in any palette, so it goes from black all the way to this like creamy white color, which is great to have in there. And then you get all this range of shimmeries and some mattes in between. So in this look today, I used this cream color all over my lid, and then I went in with the color right next to it in the crease, and that wasn't giving me as much pigmentation as I wanted. So I moved down to, yeah, this deeper color, which, can you see it? This deeper color, which is a bit darker and more pigmented, and it has a very slight sheen to it. Not terrible enough that I wouldn't have wanted to use it in my crease. I think it came out fine. So I used those 3 colors kind of all over in the crease and in the crease. And then I did this pink color, which reminds me a lot of Pink Champagne from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It has the same consistency where it seems like it's gonna be chunky, but then it goes on pretty nicely on the eye, so I really like that. And it's just about the same color. And then there I use this blue in the outer corner instead of using black, which I usually do. I usually go for black, but I thought I would try something different, so I went for the blue. And you can see it also, of course, in my lower lash line that I used the blue. Why do I have such trouble talking? Anyway, so you can see that there. And then on the inner corner highlight, I used actually my Afterglow palette from Becca that my husband gave me. It was one of my Christmas gifts. I think I put it away, or I would show you, but I used the lightest color in that palette. So let me give you guys some swatches. So here's the blue swatched out. There's the blue, the navy, which is really beautiful. Let's do a purple. Here's the purple and the pink. So you can see that sheen there. So then here's the Anastasia World Traveler palette, and there's my Pink Champagne. So you can see in the pan, they look fairly similar. So like I've already said, this, dropping things everywhere, this kind of sheen that you see there, that is from the Revealed palette. And now let's see what Pink Champagne looks like next to it. It is quite a bit more foiled and a bit more pink and still pretty. And I guess I could see why at first sight I thought to compare them, but they are a little bit different in terms of pinks, at least. Now they're still pink, they're still foiled, they're still, you know, metallic, but a little bit different. So there are those two. So now I am swatching the Azure from the World Traveler palette next to the navy from the Smoky palette. And let's see, where are we here? Oh my gosh. So this was the navy from the Smoky, and this is the Azure from the World Traveler. And so again, you can see definitely a major difference in the pigmentation. And of course, you can expect that. Anastasia Beverly Hills is definitely a high-end brand, and Coastal Scents just is not. It doesn't hurt to try to make the comparison, but they are a little bit different in terms of color payoff, at least. So let's do one more. We'll do a one of these middle tones. How about this gray? Okay, so again, from the Smoky palette, dipping into this gray here. I am rubbing my finger a little bit hard in there, and let's see what we get. Ooh, that was an awkward spot, but that's a really nice metallic taupe. This is great. I'm really more impressed with this palette than I thought I was going to be. So then let me show you in comparison to the Revealed 3, like I said I would do. So excuse the break from the unboxing. This is kind of a mini review of both of these palettes, but you can see there is quite a bit of difference. The Smoky on the bottom is obviously more towards those darker, sultry tones, whereas the Revealed 3 is more of that rose gold, purple, light pink coloring. It's on the top, so Revealed 3, Smoky, Revealed Smoky on the bottom. So there's that. And let's see, what else can I tell you about these? They do pick up a little bit of, or they do kick up a little bit of powder. They are a little bit chalky, but overall they laid down on the eye nicely. I will say that I did have to reapply that navy blue in the, I think that was it. Yeah, that navy blue in the outer corner a couple times after I had done everything else to my eye. Even after I put my lash on, the pigment just kind of fell off. And it was faded quite a bit. So I did have to reapply, but I like where it's at right now. I think it turned out Okay, so that's the little rundown on the revealed Smoky. Definitely not worth $40, worth $20 for sure. And so keep that in mind when you're looking at the value of this box. Okay, that was only the first item from the January box. We're gonna keep trucking. The second item are these Revolution Boxycharm eye sets. So I think these were a specific collaboration with Boxycharm and Royal and Langnickel for this box for Boxycharm, which is really interesting that they're doing something like super unique with just Boxycharm. But these brushes are what I use today, so they are gonna look a little dirty. They are very uniquely shaped. I think, well, I should say, this first one is not really all that unique, this flat one here. It is kind of generally just a brush to lay down your shadow with across your eyelid. The middle brush is what I use to put the color in the outer corner, and I really like that. I hadn't used a brush that shape before to do that, and I really enjoyed how it put the color down and in a really refined, defined way, with a really nice pointed application. This one is the BX90. Yeah, there's the BX90. And this says it's a professional pointed crease and corner eyeshadow application brush. So this is the shape that I was really surprised by. I don't, and now that I've used it, I am still surprised because I don't particularly like this shape for putting color into the crease. It is the only thing that I wound up using. I didn't switch brushes, but it's not preferred for me. I really prefer this e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush for all over the crease. This was okay, not my favorite though. They do all have these really nice handles, and I know people would call this texture like the NARS packaging, that rubberized finish. So that is really nice. They're really nice brushes. They seem high quality, and overall I like them, just kind of a strange shape on that one. And then it's pretty obvious that I haven't opened this yet, but this is a Starlooks eyeliner, and I've heard a lot about this brand. I don't have that many of their items, but this is called the Luxe Longwear Eyeliner Pen, and I'm really hoping that this is gonna be like, I saw Tati talk about the Tom Ford eyeliner with the really slim applicator, the really slim like pen side. I have no reason to think that this is gonna be like that, but I'm kind of hoping. I really like the really thin, precise line that liner gives, so we'll see what this one winds up being like. And then last of all, there is this Blinc mascara amplified in Noir, in black. It is listed as $26, and I have not opened this yet, so I'm not gonna open it because I have so many eyeliners to get through. But what does this say? Stop painting your lashes, tube them. So this is a tubing mascara. I know Vintage or Tacky talks about tubing mascaras all the time. She loves them, and they kind of just create a tube around each of your eyelashes that you can take off really easily, and she raves about it. So I will tell you about it as soon as I get to try it, which might be a while, but this looks like a really interesting product for me because I've heard her reviews. So, and it comes to this nifty little tube that you just slide it in and out of, and so I'll keep that wrapped up. So we have $26, $24 for the 3 brushes, $19 for the eyeliner, and then they quote it $40 for the palette, but I say $20. So I'll put what that adds up to somewhere down below. And there were only 4 items in this box, but I will give you a spoiler, and that is that there are 6 items in the next box. So they do say that there's anywhere from 4 to 5 items in each Boxycharm, and the next box even makes up for this one having 4 rather than 5 items, if that makes sense. So let's just go ahead and get into February and see what we got there. Okay, so we'll do February just like we did January, and by that I mean that we will do the Ipsy first. So this is a super cute little bag that Ipsy came in this month. It's like texturized, and it's just a little like digital envelope with a heart, which is adorable. And the first thing I'm pulling out, I guess we'll just do this because I pulled it out, is a blush from Pierre Cosmetics. It is Mineral Blush in Desert Rose. It looks really pretty. I put it on today. I wound up putting some of my Becca products over it though. I wasn't really all that pleased with the kind of color it was laying down, although I really had high hopes for this shade as being like a very natural peachy tone on me, or natural coral peachy tone on me. It didn't really work out that way, so I'm gonna put it down here. And it looked like it had nice payoff in my little swatch that I had done on my fingers, or on my hand when I first got this. So maybe I just need to give it another try. Maybe it'll work out better for me. Maybe I just need to kind of pile more of it on. But it didn't really work for me today, so I will have to give it another shot. So there's that. And then we got this little Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush, and I love these Luxie brushes. I've gotten, I think this is my third one now from Ipsy, all of them from Ipsy or Boxycharm. And I haven't used this one yet, but cute enough, looks good. My friend has been wanting to try this, so she's probably gonna take it from me, but Dr. Brandt Pore Derm Abrasion. This is just obviously a little sample size, 0.25 ounces. Pore perfecting exfoliator, refines the appearance of pores, deep cleans pores, and smooths skin texture. So I'm kind of, maybe I'll just use this and she doesn't get a shot at it. So we'll see about that. And then two more items. So in It Cosmetics by Under Eye in medium, I think it's just, what color? Neutral medium. And then the last item is this My Amazing Leave-In Secret Multi-Purpose Spray and Conditioner Plus. Advanced formula provides optimum styling benefits for all hair types. Cute little blue bottle. I think their brand is just My Amazing Hair Secrets. My Amazing Hair Secrets. And then like for each individual product that they make, they say, you know, My Amazing, this case, Leave-In Secret, or My Amazing, you know, whatever secret. So it's kind of a cute little idea. So there's that. And actually, this is the last item from the bag, and I haven't used this yet. Let me see. It smells okay. It doesn't smell as cute as I kind of expected from the packaging, but it's okay. It'll do. So I'll just kind of show everything again as I put it back in. So this is My Amazing Leave-In Conditioner, little sample size. Oh, and I should say it's 1 fluid ounce. We got the little tapered blending brush from Luxie. Blush, seemingly full-size blush, large size blush. Dr. Brandt Pore Derm Abrasion, and the Bye Bye Under Eye sample from It Cosmetics. So that was a nice little bag. I enjoy Ipsy. I know there was a time when I was saying, oh, I'm gonna get rid of it, and then I just never did. And I've kind of liked the last one, so maybe they're stepping up their game, or maybe I've kind of lowered my standards to just think, oh, well, it's only $10, so it's worth it. But you know, if I wasn't pleased with it, even $10 would be too much. So I think I'm getting back on the train with Ipsy, and I've been enjoying it lately. So there is that. Somehow, I think as I get more and more excited about products, I just get like closer and closer, and I sneak in, and I'm just gonna like reset myself and scoot back to the back of my chair and not sit on the edge of my seat as I'm like falling off. So now this box has stuff falling out of it because there's a lot of big items in here. I actually don't know how they got everything in this box this month, but this is the February Boxycharm, and I really like this one too. So you guys, every time I think I'm gonna get rid of a box, I'm gonna get rid of it, I never do, because I start liking it. But anyway, these are the only two I have right now. I've been thinking about the Allure sample box. That one looks really tempting, but I would have to replace one of these. So I don't know if I'm willing to do that yet. But anyway, let's just dive in. So as usual, you get the little card from Boxycharm. I won't bother reading it. It says rush to relax. Okay, so kind of relaxation is the theme. And then of course on the other side are all the prices and items that are found in the box. So let's just run through them. The first thing is a Shrey Look As Good As You Are Miss Amazing Sensitive Dry Skin Moisturizing Mask. This is a Boxycharm limited edition. So just like we got the Royal and Langnickel brushes from the last Boxycharm, I think this is the same kind of deal where it's like they paired up with the company to make something just for the Boxycharm, which is fantastic. So this is what the mask looks like. Obviously I have not used this yet. It is a sheet mask, so you just lay it over your face. Yeah, remove plastic cover, leaving the sheet mask on your face. Okay, so you do that, leave it there for 10 minutes. Cute little, really cute little packaging actually. Seems like more complicated than the mask itself, but really neat little wrapping there, and it just folds up and it's like a little postcard that you could send to somebody. But of course I'm not sending this to anybody, I'm keeping this. So there's that. Then this is the most interesting thing. My husband had already set this aside because he wanted to be the one to use it in his bath. But I had to yank it back from him and tell him I hadn't shown you guys yet. So he's gonna be glad that I'm finally doing this. So this is the Spongelay Body Wash Infused Buffer and Polish all in one. And this says this is full size and it's $15. Use the soft side to cleanse and tone the skin, and use the textured side in a gentle circular motion to exfoliate and stimulate circulation. So cute little, of course, it was February for Valentine's Day. Oh, it is open on this side, so that's like an interesting, so I can feel the texture. That's very interesting. We'll see how that goes. I guess once you get it wet, some of that like cleanser foams up and you can really get a nice lather going. Okay, so there's the sponge and the mask, and then this kind of nice size looking refill for yellow banana powder from Ofra. This says, where is it? Ofra banana powder Godet, full size. It is $12. This innovative new product can be used as an all-in-one face powder, used to conceal dark circles underneath the eyes as a setting or finishing powder, or even as a light matte eyeshadow. So yeah, sure, why not use it every way you can. I'm probably just gonna pop this baby into a Z palette in just a second, but this is what it looks like. It is very yellow. So let's see if we can get it to show up here. Can you see that? Maybe not. Anyway, so there is that, and I will just show you in comparison. I have another contour powder here. This one is a lot less yellow. So the Ofra is super yellow. This powder from Crystal Formulations is a lot less yellow. And this is what I've really been liking putting on my under eye. So I'm wondering if this is gonna be too yellow. But anyway, I would try it. So here's what the Crystal one looks like next to it. So you can see much brighter, much whiter than this yellowy color. And I hope this Ofra one isn't as chalky as it seems like it is right now. It seems like it wore away pretty quickly. I mean, and I guess I don't need it to show up that well, like on my face, but just in terms of pigmentation, I don't know, we'll see. So yellow, and then there's the white one from the other palette, just to give you a guide against a comparison, just something to compare to. Here is a Freeze 24/7 Anti-Aging Eye Serum. This is a sample size. I think that it's the full size that would be $58. This says, say goodbye to fine lines, wrinkles, dark circles, and puffiness with this groundbreaking lightweight eye serum. Apply a pea-sized amount under and around the eye area. Allow 2 to 3 minutes for product to absorb before adding moisturizer or makeup. So put this underneath moisturizer or makeup, and let's see what it looks like. So it's like a clear color, and just rubs right in. I'll try it. I'll try anything once. So there is that. 2 more items left. One is Realtree perfume. Oh my god, I laughed so hard when I saw this. Realtree, the only thing I think of when I see Realtree is hunting and camo, and then to see pink camo and perfume just like totally threw me off. But I have tried it on before. It is a nice smell. I'm not too big on scents or perfumes. Generally, they give me headaches, like if I were to wear them, you know, just the beginning of every day. So I really don't usually do that. This one's nice though. I mean, the problem is I don't have much to compare it to. That's issue there for not wearing perfumes all the time, but it is a nice scent. So there you go, a little sample size of that. This says this is a 10 milliliter travel sprayer, so it's like a sample size. I'm guessing the full size would be $12.99. A delightful fragrance with the sweet scent of pomegranate, a hint of persimmon, and an exotic scent of orchids. How to spray and enjoy. So spray it on and enjoy. Oh, Realtree, why not? Why not make everything? Okay, and then the last product in here is one that was really kind of interesting to me. It's a brand that I've never heard of before. It's called Beauty for Real. And this looks a lot like the Trestique packaging, just the stick form. And, but anyway, so this is a highlighter on one side, a blush on the other. The blush is called Coral Crush. The highlighter is called High Beam. So that sounds a lot like a Benefit thing. So I'll show you the highlighter here. Really pretty rosy gold color there. And then let's put on the blush. More pinky there. So really pretty. I have not used this yet, so I couldn't tell you, staying power or anything like that. But really pretty looking colors and really interesting looking product. So let me do my little run through once again. Blush and highlighter for $24. Ofra yellow banana powder refill for $12. Sponge for $15. Mask for $12. Realtree perfume. I'm not sure if this is telling me the sample size is $12.99 or the full size would be $12.99. I will look that up and put it somewhere down at the bottom of the screen. And then this one, anti-aging eye serum. And this does say this is a sample size, but it's $58. So I don't know if this sample size is $58 or if the full size would be $58. So I will look that up also and put that at the bottom of the screen to let you guys know. And that's it for all 4 boxes we have come so far. This is a very long video and I will have a really hard time cutting this down. But so we did January Ipsy and Boxycharm, and February Ipsy and Boxycharm. So you guys can have that review of what items there are in each if you're considering either one. I hope this helps to show you what kind of items you can expect to get in each box. I really have been digging the Boxycharm. If I did have to choose between the two, I think I would get rid of the Ipsy first and keep the Boxycharm. But again, that's just personal opinion. I like having the larger sizes, even if it is twice as much. You really get more than twice as much product because the sample sizes are so small and the full sizes are so large. So it works out kind of nicely. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you will tune in for my next video. Bye, y'all. Leave me.